How GOP leaders secured Trump's budget blueprint victory. The House just passed a crucial budget blueprint for Trump's agenda. But how did GOP leaders convince holdouts? Let's break it down. This budget proposal faced fierce opposition from some Republicans. Initial votes showed a divided party. GOP leaders went into overdrive, holding late night meetings to sway skeptical members. Key concessions were made, including adjustments to spending priorities and policy timelines. The final vote came down to the wire, with several members changing their stance at the last minute. This victory gives Trump's agenda new momentum, but challenges remain in the Senate. The blueprint includes major tax cuts, increased defense spending, and reforms to entitlement programs. Democrats strongly opposed the plan, calling it a giveaway to the wealthy that will balloon the deficit. The real test comes next as Congress turns this blueprint into actual spending bills. Political analysts say this shows Trump still holds significant sway over the Republican Party. What do you think about this budget plan? Let us know in the comments below. Wisconsin's international student crisis. Visa revocations exposed. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into a shocking report from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel about international students in Wisconsin. Recent data reveals hundreds of international students across Wisconsin universities have had their visas revoked. The University of Wisconsin, Madison alone accounts for nearly 60% of these cases. But what's causing this trend? Experts point to three main reasons: paperwork errors, changing immigration policies, and post-pandemic enrollment verification issues. One affected student, who wished to remain anonymous, shared their heartbreaking story of being forced to leave mid-semester. This isn't just about visas. It's costing Wisconsin universities millions in lost tuition revenue annually. The economic impact extends beyond campuses, affecting local businesses that rely on international student spending. University administrators are now scrambling to implement new compliance systems and student support programs. Some lawmakers are calling for policy reforms, while others argue for stricter enforcement of existing rules. What does this mean for future international students considering Wisconsin schools? Let's look at the changing landscape. We reached out to several universities for comment. Here's what their spokespersons had to say about the situation. Immigration attorneys warn that without proper guidance, even minor mistakes can lead to devastating consequences. So what can be done? We'll break down potential solutions being proposed by student advocacy groups. Before we go, we want to hear your thoughts. Have you or someone you know been affected by this issue? Share in the comments! Don't forget to like and subscribe for more investigative reports on education and policy issues. See you in the next video! Michelle Obama shuts down divorce rumors. The truth behind the headlines. Rumors about Michelle and Barack Obama's marriage have been swirling. But what's really going on? Let's break it down. Recently, tabloids claimed the Obamas were headed for divorce. The speculation went viral, but Michelle has now responded. In a recent interview, Michelle dismissed the rumors as complete nonsense. She called them baseless and hurtful. The Obamas have been married for over 30 years. They've always been open about the challenges of marriage in the public eye. Experts say these rumors often stem from a lack of recent public appearances together. But that doesn't mean trouble in paradise. In fact, sources close to the couple say they're stronger than ever, focusing on family and their foundation work. This isn't the first time the Obamas have faced divorce rumors. They've consistently proven the gossip wrong. Michelle's new memoir actually discusses how they've worked through tough times, emerging even more committed. The couple was last seen together at Malia's film premiere, looking happy and supportive as always. So why do these rumors persist? Some say it's because people can't imagine a lasting political marriage. Others suggest it's simply clickbait culture, where outrageous claims get more attention than the truth. Michelle has made it clear their marriage is solid. She joked that after surviving the White House, they can survive anything. The Obamas continue to be relationship goals, showing that love, respect, and hard work make a marriage last. What do you think about these divorce rumors? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more factual reporting on your favorite public figures. Tragedy in the Dominican Republic nightclub. Disaster leaves over 200 dead. A devastating nightclub disaster in the Dominican Republic has left over 200 people dead. The search for survivors has officially ended. The tragedy struck late last night at a popular nightclub in Santo Domingo. Witnesses reported screams and panic as the incident unfolded. Initial reports suggest a possible electrical fire or structural collapse. Authorities are still investigating the exact cause. Survivors describe scenes of chaos as people struggled to escape. Many were trampled in the rush to exit. Rescue teams worked tirelessly for hours, pulling victims from the wreckage. The death toll rose steadily throughout the day. Hospitals were overwhelmed with casualties. Families gathered outside, anxiously waiting for news of their loved ones. Local officials have declared 3 days of national mourning. Flags are flying at half, massed across the country. This tragedy raises serious questions about nightclub safety regulations in the Dominican Republic and beyond. International leaders have expressed their condolences. The global community is offering support to the victims' families. As the investigation continues, we remember those lost in this unimaginable tragedy. Our hearts go out to all affected. Trump faces defamation lawsuit from Central Park 5, what you need to know. A federal judge has ruled that former President Donald Trump must face a defamation lawsuit from the Central Park 5. This is a major development in a decades-long legal battle. The Central Park 5, now known as the Exonerated Five, were wrongfully convicted in 1989. They spent years in prison before DNA evidence cleared them. Trump took out full-page ads in 1989 calling for their execution. Even after their exoneration, he refused to apologize. In 2016, the men sued Trump for defamation. But the case was stalled for years due to legal arguments about presidential immunity. Now, a judge has ruled Trump can't claim immunity. The case will move forward, potentially exposing him to millions in damages. Legal experts say this ruling sets a precedent. It clarifies that presidents can be sued for statements made before taking office. The Exonerated Five have become symbols of racial injustice. Their story was dramatized in the Netflix series When They See Us. Trump's legal team is expected to appeal. But for now, this is a victory for the men who fought for justice for over 30 years. The case could finally force Trump to answer for his role in fueling public outrage against innocent teenagers. What do you think about this ruling? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more legal updates. SAV Act passes proof of citizenship, now required to vote in U.S. elections. The U.S. House just passed the SAV Act, a controversial bill that could change voting laws forever. Led by Texas Representative Chip Roy, the bill requires proof of citizenship to vote in federal elections. Supporters argue this will prevent voter fraud and protect election integrity. But critics say it could disenfranchise millions of eligible voters. The bill passed largely along party lines, highlighting our divided political climate. Currently, only some states require proof of citizenship when registering to vote. The SAV Act would make this a nationwide requirement for federal elections. Voting rights advocates warn this could create barriers for many citizens, especially affecting elderly, low-income, and minority communities. Some states already have similar laws, facing legal challenges. The bill now moves to the Senate, where its fate is uncertain. President Biden has hinted he might veto if it reaches his desk. This debate comes as the 2026 midterm elections approach. What do you think? Should proof of citizenship be required to vote? Sound off in the comments. Why U.S. stocks are crashing after Trump's tariff retreat? Market analysis. U.S. stocks are tumbling again after a brief rally. What's causing this volatility? Let's break it down. Former President Trump shocked markets by suddenly retreating on proposed tariffs. Investors were caught off guard. The initial rally was short-lived. Analysts say the policy reversal created uncertainty, spooking the markets. Tech stocks were hit hardest. Many rely on global supply chains, vulnerable to trade wars. The dollar weakened as foreign investors pulled back. Currency markets hate unpredictability. Some sectors actually benefited. Domestic manufacturers saw gains as protectionist hopes rose. Experts warned this volatility could continue. The political landscape remains unstable heading into elections. What should investors do? Diversification and long-term focus may be key in these turbulent times. The Fed is watching closely. Some predict emergency rate cuts if the sell-off continues. Historical data shows markets eventually stabilize after political shocks. But timing is everything. One thing's clear: Trump's policies still move markets years after his presidency. That's unprecedented. Stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to like and subscribe for daily market insights.